Hi, I'm Laura Maniec. In this tasting, we're discovering the Douro Valley of Portugal. We're a delicious, value-oriented wine-producing region in the northern part of Portugal. The Douro River actually becomes the Douro in Spain, which is a little bit more maybe well known, but the Douro is the crown jewel of the Portugal wine regions. It has terraced vineyards and exceptional red wines that are age-worthy, but also really extremely juicy and delicious, and pretty much the perfect reds for any weather. And we're going to discover this duo of reds together. Our first wine in the tasting is Quinta do Vallado. It's a Douro Reserva, and it's a field blend from 2015 vintage. So I want to explain some of the classic grape varietals in Portugal. Generally, they are a blend, and in this case, in the Douro Valley, there's a grape called Touriga Nacional and also a grape called Touriga Francesca. And these are local red grapes, and they're often blended together. This is, in our glass, the Reserve, which is the 2015, and it's a deep, dark ruby color. When we smell the wine, it's really concentrated and rich. You can imagine as a cab drinker, as a Syrah drinker, a Malbec drinker, it's really an intense, bigger style of red wine, but also very mineral driven. There's a lot of granite in these deep valleys in the Douro River, and you can kind of smell the minerality. It's almost like even a Syrah. So really spicy on the nose. Vanilla, cinnamon, clove, nutmeg. We'll take a sip. And just as the nose suggested, it's a medium-bodied wine that's juicy and has a lot of powerful fruit and a lot of minerality, and yet it's so clean and finishes so silky. And there's some acid and tannin, but the wine is just overall around really crowd-pleasing red. Next up in our tasting is the same producer, Quinta do Vallado, and this is a 2017 Douro Red. And Portugal is generally an up-and-coming wine-producing region. It's a very established wine-producing region with a long history. It was one of the first demarcated wine-producing regions in Portugal, which was the Douro Valley. And a lot of people know it for its port wine, but I think one of the discoveries of these great wine-producing regions that we're able to introduce you to is it's a hidden gem. You get this incredible wine for an exceptional value, and it is the Douro Valley, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. There's these deep valleys with all the vineyards just hugging the cliffs made of granite. So you can imagine just following the Douro River, day tripping. I'm dreaming about travel right now. And the wine is intense and deep ruby in color. It's hard to see through it. Just staining the glass a little bit so you can see the tears slow to form and fall. And the nose is concentrated in blackberry and black plums and cedar and smoke. It's really, really intense in a great way. When we take it on the palate, again, a very similar, delicious texture. I don't know anybody that wouldn't like this, and you like full-bodied, juicy red wines from the old world with a lot of minerality. I'm so excited about this pack. Just to conclude, the Douro Valley, the Douro River in Portugal is one of my favorite red wine producing regions that is a new discovery for most. I'm super excited to get to try you on these reds that may be a little bit esoteric or off the beaten path, but really prove that, you know, we can discover new wines and try things, and we're always really excited about finding new wines to introduce you to. Cheers!